when you're like living in their driveway.
It's, yeah, you get to...
For a few days or 3 weeks. You get to know people a little bit better. Probably can't tell from there, but I'm driving slower today than I usually do. That's because we took a look at how, when we made our epic dash from California to Pennsylvania.
2,800 miles in 5 days. It's been fun.
We had to cover a lot of ground. I was driving a little faster, around 70. We had to get from point A to point B in a certain amount of time. So, looking at that, it's like, I think I'm gonna go slower for a couple of reasons. First of all, to save gas. I figured out that on one whole tank full, and I used a calculator and everything, I can save about 30 to 50 bucks depending on the price of gas at each fill up. So that's a good thing. The other thing is, it's a whole lot less stressful driving at like 60, 62 than 70, because everything's just more stable and things are going by slower, so it's way less stressful. And the other thing, and this is a big one, I get to be able to enjoy looking around a little bit more. That's what they always say, enjoy the journey, not just the destinations.
So we just arrived here in what's called Bradford County, Pennsylvania, and this is like north central Pennsylvania, and it is absolutely beautiful here. We're on this road that gets maybe one car maybe every hour or so. The boys and Carmel are driving the RV, so they didn't get here yet because it takes them a bit longer to do some of these back roads and all.
Well, that was fun. We followed the GPS and it said to go, this route. So we're going up a steep hill and kind of hilly and windy, and our road's getting narrower. And it said 10-ton weight limit, and then we kept going, and then it was like a steep drop off and it was a gravel road down. I'm like, wait a minute. So then I checked my phone and I saw there was a text from Diane that said, oh, you better not go this way because it's too steep and windy. So we had to turn around, do like a 8-point turn, right, Jared?
Yep. We learned our lesson. Get a trucking app, because Google Maps doesn't account for RVs.
No.
That don't fit places.
They think everybody's riding like a scooter or something.
Yeah, everyone's...
You've arrived.
Let's get this thing parked. We're gonna see if we can do this without scraping. Stay to the left. You're clear. This is probably the most level spot you can be.
Yeah.
So remember when we were down in Florida and we were camping in Sulphur Springs? We were at our mom's cousin's place, so we were camping in the cow field. Now we're camping with them again, except it's at their place in Pennsylvania. They have a really cool farm here. So we're in the driveway, except this time the cows are in the fences around the fields instead of like around the RV and bumping into the RV.
We just wanted to have a little time just sitting down here. We're in northern Pennsylvania.
And it's so quiet.
It's so quiet here.
We're sitting on a road, actually.
Yeah, we're on the road. We're walking in the middle of the road right now.
Yep, no traffic.
This is awesome. So this is a stark contrast to the
Southern California
traffic that we were, and just, constant. What's amazing about the travels we're doing is you see so many different types of geography and cityscapes and landscapes. And we were kind of talking about before we started traveling, being able to go to different states and see people is kind of amazing. But we've also seen people that
weren't that far away.
Relatives, family, friends from our home state and not far from where we used to live. It's just different. You get to see somebody for a few hours and you kind of have to catch up. And
the
other
last
people,
5 years or 10 years or a year.
Yeah, it's tough to really catch up and have, conversations if you're only seeing somebody for a few hours. But when you're like living in their driveway
It's, yeah, you get to...
for a few days or 3 weeks, you get to know people a little bit better.
Come on, Pink. Jared, come on.
There's lots of cousins. There's Diane's
Yeah.
cousins, actual cousins, and then
Yeah, and it's really
their extended family. And we're
Yes.
trying to figure out, like, what's the thing? It's second cousins once removed.
Yeah, we're like second cousins once removed with them, but
Something
we
like
call them
that.
cousins, and they're only like 2 miles down the road, so it's really neat. And then where we're staying has a lake, so we like go skipping rocks and playing all kinds of stuff.
Yep. And
really
the cows are down there, so you get to see the cows and donkeys.
Yay, you did it!
Pepper wants to skip rocks. Are you going in, Pepper?
Coming over the fence then?
And not that everyone has the opportunity to go spend, you know, like a couple days or a week with family or friends, but you know, there's probably people in your life that you see every day, many people you work with or family and friends that you do see more often. But there might be some that, you know, you really were close to, you really enjoyed their company and having fun with them, and you haven't seen them in like 5 years or 10 years, or maybe just do Christmas cards or once in a while. And go find those people, because honestly, where we are now is with some cousins of mine that I was very, very close to as a kid growing up. And they're only like 2 hours from where we live, and yet I hadn't really seen them in 30 years.
Yeah, you kind of lose touch over the years. It's easy to happen because everybody's so busy and there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah, and you can hear
It's
all the
cool seeing all the
birds.
farms with the barns and everything. And it's just neat getting out in kind of remote areas.
Lots of cows, lots and lots of cows.
Yeah, well, and sheep. Yesterday we saw sheep.
Yeah, that's my other cousin. That's like 20 minutes away. They have all sheep, no cows. Tons and tons of sheep.
And they had some baby ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they weren't baby
Not
babies,
like baby babies,
but like young. I'm gonna go up to visit the sheep. They got a bunch of sheep here, so they have this off-road vehicle, and I was able to get in it. It's pretty cool. The little door opens up, and so it's pretty low entry. Not too bad. So maybe I could get one of these. I think I should.
Oh, yeah. Give Brian kisses. He likes them kisses. It's funny now, because now with kids, you know, my kids are saying, well, Jared said the other night, which is rare for Jared to say much, but he's like, I can see why you like them so much. They're a really fun family.
Did I get you?
No.
No, I got close.
Oh, come on, I'm in the middle. This is, no, Mommy's not like a shield. So, you know, there might be people that have never met your kids or something like that, or grandkids. Get back in touch with those people. It's really fun, and you might really be surprised that you rekindle some old friendship.
Oh, nice. Dad!
Sorry.
Enjoy your life more, you know, just bring some different people into it again that you were friends with in the past.
With YouTube and Facebook, and we're putting stuff out there, I've kind of been in touch with people from high school even, and you know, people that live in different states, like, oh, if you're ever in Virginia, look us up. And so we're gonna do that. We haven't so far. We did a little bit out in Colorado, and met with a childhood friend, and we had a great time out there. We're gonna continue to do that because it's just so neat catching up and seeing what people have done with their lives, and you know what they've done over the past years.
You have how many kids now?
Yeah.
And I guess some of them could have grandkids, you know. It's
we're old
one
enough
of those...
to be grandparents?
No, but my older cousins.
Oh, we're not old enough though.
No, we're
Oh,
not.
okay.
No.
That's good.
Look what we found. Monarch caterpillars. At home, we would always find the eggs of the little caterpillars. Like, see, here's a really tiny one. And we would always hatch them. We would put them in a box with milkweed and hatch them.
So there's some things that we do miss when we're RVing, and one of them is monarch butterfly caterpillars, because we would do like, we probably averaged 40 or 50 a year that we would find and then let them get in cocoons and hatch them. So that we miss gardening too. But we were just at my cousin's garden today, so we got to go in the garden
And pick tons of tomatoes.
and eat them all
And
already.
eat them.
We've been getting our fill, so it's good to come up here to family and find all the stuff that we're used to in Pennsylvania and miss doing. Lieutenant in proper mountain biking attire of flip-flops.
And kitten leggings. We're only here for 3 days, and one thing we really wanted to do was to bike up that mountain hill trail thing and get to the cabin that's at the top of it. So we're doing that now on the last day, just before dark, kind of last minute.
Hang out with the cows. So we're hoping that we're like past the halfway point up, because so far our mountain biking ride has pretty much been us walking our bikes up the hill. But at least it'll be fun coming downhill.
We made it to the cabin,
found the cabin.
on the mountain. We found it. It was like exactly 1 mile. Now we have all downhill.
Yep.
Only one of my big swaps. So.
McKenna only has back brakes. There's all done up with his helmet. Safety first. No, so it's one of those fun bonuses that we've discovered while full-time traveling, but we wouldn't have had to full-time travel to do it.
No, you just have to make the effort and reach out to people and make
Yeah.
yourself
They'll
available.
probably be thrilled to hear from you.
Yeah, and go have some fun.